What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Ooh, I'm dropping stuff. How is everybody? We are hanging out here. Look at that. Look at that. I'm professional. I am a pro.
Sure.
We're hanging out here in the rain.
And who are we?
People hanging out in the rain. But I'm Safety Scissors.
And I'm Duct Tape.
And we're hanging out here in the rain. Well,
it's pouring. You guys might hear some thunder.
So it's
there
not,
it is.
It's not my tummy. So, but anyway, so we are bringing you another bracket.
We love these.
We love these, and this one we found, it's 90s tournament. It's got 4 categories.
And what's your favorite decade of all time?
90s.
90s, same. So this was actually really difficult for us. All these choices were very hard.
Yeah. So it's got movies, music, fads or etc., and TV. So it covers basically the 4 cool things.
And I love this. The only thing I didn't like about it is that we had to pit those 4 individual unrelated things against each other to get one ultimate winner. And I'm like, how do you choose? And you guys will hear that. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So
you ready?
Yeah, I think so. So we haven't seen each other's.
I have no idea what he picked, but he can probably guess what I would pick most of the time.
All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna read them off, and we are gonna go from there. So the first category, so are we gonna go category by category, or are we gonna go?
Let's do category by category.
Okay, so the first category, do. Anyone know what that is from? If you do, leave a comment below. But the first category is movies. So, you a big 90s movie buff?
Sure.
You watched quite a bit.
The 90s were the ultimate era of movies, honestly.
And I'm just a movie buff in general, so. So the first 2 are There's Something About Mary versus Cruel Intentions.
I chose Cruel Intentions.
I chose There's Something About Mary.
Says a lot about our personalities.
Because I like stupid humor.
I really liked Cruel Intentions a lot. I thought it was a great movie.
That's with Ryan Phillippe and what's her name?
Philippe.
I apologize, Ryan, if you're watching this. I apologize
sure.
I apologize. He's probably he spelled my name wrong. But anyway, so we both got that. The next one is Jawbreaker versus Clueless.
That was a really easy pick. Clueless.
Clueless.
Absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. Jawbreaker was pretty interesting.
Interesting is a good word for it.
Yeah. Maybe never wanted to be near a jawbreaker in my life. But next one, House Party versus She's All That.
She's All That.
House Party. Because that is where that iconic dance came from with Kid and Play.
Oh. She's All That.
It was a good movie too. I feel like I picked the wrong. No, sorry, I'm reading another one. Sorry, I'm reading ahead. Next one is Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion versus Clerks.
Okay, this one I was mad at because you can't ask me to choose between those 2 movies. First of all, Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion is one of the greatest 90s movies for so many reasons.
She invented paper clips.
No, it was Post-its.
Post-its, that's it. I'm bad.
Okay, Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion was one of my mom and I's favorite movies growing up. However, my favorite movie of all time, second favorite movie now of all time, but is Clerks. So I had to choose Clerks, but how dare you make me choose between that and Romeo and Michelle? I'm so mad. They're not even related.
Yeah.
It'd be better to do that in House Party.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Next one.
Wait, what'd you pick?
Oh, I'm sorry. I chose Clerks.
Okay.
Because I like that movie a lot.
It's a good movie.
Space Jam versus Wayne's World. I actually enjoyed this mashup, or this like verses on this one, because they both have the same vibe with me. Not like type of movie, but like the same nostalgia feeling. Like when I think of the 90s, you think of Space Jam, you think of
Wayne's World,
you think of that.
I'm pretty excited to know what you picked.
I actually picked, wait, what did I pick? I picked Wayne's World.
I figured you would. I picked Space Jam.
Yeah?
Yeah. Big fan.
I really did like Space Jam as a kid,
movie.
but something about Mike Myers in the 90s that made me always laugh, so. All right, the next one is Empire Records and Friday. I chose Friday because I am a big Ice Cube fan.
I chose Empire Records.
It's a good movie, though.
Yeah.
But it's one of those movies that my buddies and I, we've quoted my whole life, and, you know. So it's just a fun movie.
Do you know why I chose Empire Records?
Why?
I've never seen either of them. And I like music movies a lot, so I went ahead and picked Empire Records.
Good call.
Sure.
I like it.
I've never seen it, now we have to watch it.
Yeah. You gotta watch Friday.
I've never seen it.
All right, The Big Lebowski versus Scream. What'd you pick?
My choice will surprise you. I chose Scream.
Really?
I don't like horror movies, but that is how much I hate The Big Lebowski that I will choose a horror movie. Oh, I would rather watch all of the Scream movies than ever watch The Big Lebowski again. I hate that movie so much.
I chose Scream just because it was a lot more entertaining.
Sorry, Big Lebowski fans.
I don't think it's a horrible movie, but it's not my favorite.
Look, we're not saying that any of these are bad. We're allowed to have preferences. We're going to be doing a whole vlog one day on music, and I'm going to talk about how you can have preferences, and that doesn't mean that what you don't like is garbage. It just means that you don't like it. I don't like Big Lebowski. It's probably a really good movie. I just don't like it. Moving on.
All right, next one. American Pie versus 10 Things I Hate About You.
Why make me choose between those?
This is a mashup that should have happened on that.
I'm so mad. I had to choose 10 Things I Hate About You. American Pie is a fantastic movie, but 10 Things I Hate About You I could watch every day and be very happy.
I chose American Pie just because stupid humor, and this is my thing. And honestly, compared to 10 Things I Hate About You, there's chunks of that movie that I can't stand. I don't like, I can't think of the kid's name, the bad guy in the movie, the one that's after the little sister.
Yeah.
I can't stand him.
Well, that's the point.
I know, but as a character, I'm just like,
that's the
punch
point.
the little kid in the face.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we got our 4, or our 8, excuse me.
Yeah, we got our 8.
All right, so who's your first matchup?
Clueless and Clerks.
And which one did you pick?
Clerks, very obviously. Clueless is a fantastic movie, but Clerks had to win that one.
I had There's Something About Mary and Clueless, and I picked There's Something About Mary. Next one, I had House Party versus Clerks, and I had to give it to Clerks.
Wait, we didn't say the bottom ones. You only said the top, and we didn't say the bottom ones.
Which bottom ones?
I had Space Jam versus 10 Things.
But I'm right here. I'm on this one. I haven't gotten over there yet.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Never mind, I read wrong. My first one was Cruel Intentions and Clueless. Oops.
So who did you pick between Cruel Intentions?
Oh, I don't know. No, Clueless was an easy pick for me because while Cruel Intentions was a really good movie, Clueless had that feel-good vibe that you could just watch over and over and over again. I quote that movie all the time.
I like her Jeep.
Yeah, me too.
Dion cracked me up. All right, so I said Mary. There's something about Mary and Clueless. I said I picked Mary. You picked Clueless. House Party versus Clerks for me, and I chose Clerks. What's your second one?
She's All That versus Clerks, and I chose Clerks. Very obvious.
Nice. Next one for me is Wayne's World versus Friday. I actually chose Friday.
Space Jam versus Empire. I chose Space Jam.
I'm excited to see how far Space Jam makes it. All right, and Scream versus American Pie. I chose American Pie.
Scream versus 10 Things. I chose 10 Things.
Nice. All right, so now we're down to our final 4
Yeah.
on that. I have Something About Mary versus Clerks. Clerks won.
Clueless versus Clerks, which I already said. Sorry, spoiler alert, but Clerks wins.
What? No
I know.
way. All right, and then I had Friday versus American Pie. Friday won.
Okay.
What'd you
And
have?
then the Space Jam versus 10 Things I Hate About You. 10 Things I Hate About You.
All right, and so then the final on that one, Clerks versus Friday for me. Who did you have?
Clerks versus 10 Things I Hate About You. 2 movies I love very, very much.
That's really hard for her, and I
Yeah.
can guarantee that one was hard for her.
Yeah.
It was hard for me because both of those movies are very iconic to me, but I actually chose Friday.
I chose Clerks because of the fact, both of those movies are amazing, but Clerks helped define me a little bit more as a teen, I guess.
I got you.
I don't know, I quoted it all the time. I still quote it all the time. I watch it all the time. It's It's my favorite movie until Captain America: The First Avenger came out. That was my favorite movie, and now it's still like right there, right there.
Nice. So you heard our movies category. If you guys have any different opinions on that, and you're like, that's crazy, leave a comment below. Next thing is fads and etc. Or should we go over to music?
No, let's do fads.
All right, fads or etc. First thing is going to be the retractable color pens, you know, with all the different colors, versus Dunkaroos.
Can I guess that you chose Dunkaroos?
I actually chose the retractable pen.
Me too!
I was an art kid, so I always was drawing, so.
I just prefer things that last longer than 10 seconds.
Right? Dunkaroos are good, but a pen
10
that
seconds.
Yeah. All right, next thing is going to be paper fortune tellers, the doop, 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 doop things, versus Tickle Me Elmo.
Paper fortunes.
Paper fortunes.
Cheaper, didn't have to wait in line for it at Christmas.
By the time Tickle Me Elmo came out, I was middle school.
Same.
So I was like,
Yeah, nah, we didn't need that.
I just went like this. Made fun of it all the time. What?
That's kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, keep going
All right,
before
sorry.
I lose my mind.
Tamagotchi versus Goosebumps books.
I didn't ever have either one of them, but I chose Goosebumps because I preferred to read over keeping an imaginary pet alive.
I chose Tamagotchi just to teach me. And
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
I chose a
Viewers are going to roast you for
Tamagotchi
that one.
because I got one for Christmas one year or my birthday, and I actually had fun with it. I accidentally left it at my father's house, and it was beeping all the time, and he couldn't figure out what it was. He finally found it and took it apart.
Oh, he killed your baby.
He killed my baby.
Oh,
Well,
no.
I left my baby at his house.
That's true.
All right, so the next thing is Zima versus Super Nintendo.
Why is that a choice?
That
Like,
was-
that's so dumb.
Zima.
Really?
No, Super Nintendo.
First of all, this stuff probably tasted gross.
It did.
Super Nintendo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beanie Babies versus Magic Eye.
I can't see Magic Eyes. I'm one of those rare people that look at a Magic Eye and can't make it work. So I actually chose Beanie Babies, even though I didn't have any of those either, but I can at least play with them if I want to. A Magic Eye I can't use.
I said Magic Eye just because I had no want for a Beanie Baby until I heard that they were worth like $500.
And there's that, you know.
But now they're not worth anything anymore. All right, OJ Car Chase versus Jinko Jeans.
That's what that said?
Yeah.
Well, I chose Jinkos anyway.
Oh yeah, I chose Jinko.
I didn't know it said an
100%.
OJ car.
Yeah. Yeah, Jinko Jeans.
Jinko jeans. You can fit everything in there. You didn't need a backpack for school.
This is pretty cool. Hello.
The power just went out. Oh no, what if it's out for a while?
Oh no. Sorry guys.
Um.
Hold on. Be right back.
Oh god, I just put
We'll be right
something on
back.
Sayuri.
Whoa! Lights back on.
That was crazy.
We were just like, I was like, somebody turn off the lights. And I was like, wait, all the lights are off.
It was off long enough for me to light a whole bunch of candles and change my shirt, which you've probably noticed. I was fidgeting with the one I had. It was really uncomfortable.
It was off maybe 15 minutes.
Oh, less than. It was off 10 minutes. So, yay, power's back. That's
Yay.
the weirdest thing that's ever happened in a vlog so far.
Yay, look, that's for you guys. You guys got to see that.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so, leaving off, we just did
Jinkos.
Jinko versus the OJ Car Chase. I chose Jinko. And you chose?
Jinko.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about that.
The next thing is the Rachel versus Furby.
So the Rachel haircut.
Yes.
Okay. Furbies are a big no. So the Rachel haircut, especially since I kind of liked it. I mean, I still do even have the little long bangs in the front. I'm just saying.
I chose Furbies because you could actually teach them to say stuff.
Okay.
My friends has said cheese.
Why?
Because his dad was a photographer, one of those people that was
Oh.
always taking pictures. He's like, cheese.
All right, next.
Next is the weird S drawing or Pogs. This was really hard for me because that S was on everything because my name starts with an S. So I was like, yeah, I'm the coolest kid. And then Scott next to me was like, me too. I'm like, I don't like you, Scott. So I chose Pogs.
Pogs. I spent way too much money on Pogs as a kid.
I had hundreds.
I had so many.
And
I still have some.
I used to compete with them.
I I just collected them. I liked having the best slammers. I liked having like the see-through slammers and the holographic ones and the metal ones. And
I
I was
was
a big collector.
all about playing people for their pogs.
I was just a collector. We didn't play for keeps, so. All right.
All right. So my first one, I had the retractable color pen versus the paper fortune, and I said the fortune.
I said the pens.
Nice. And the next one I had Tamagotchi, excuse me,
Thank you.
versus, what was it? Super Nintendo.
Please make the right choice.
Actually, I wrote down the wrong one because I forgot what I was going against, so I'm changing my answer. I don't like, stop looking at my answers. Cheater. Cheater. All right.
Wow.
So, I'm going to choose Super Nintendo because I wasn't paying attention when I wrote this out because I was like, oh, Tamagotchis.
Mine is Goosebumps versus Super Nintendo, and Super Nintendo gave a lot more hours of entertainment. So.
I never had one. My friends had one.
I had Sega Genesis.
I had Genesis.
But Super Nintendo to me is a metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the other games. Video games.
Okay. So, where are we? Okay. So I had the Fortune versus Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo won for me. And then
Wait, we didn't go down to the bottom.
I haven't done that.
Go all the way down
I
to
know.
the bottom.
I was going to the next one. I was,
No, we go down and then we go next and then we go next.
I know. I just read this one, but I was about to read this one.
Okay.
Jinko jeans versus Pogs.
Wait, no. We're still here, aren't we?
No, we did that. It was the first one.
No, the first one was here. You made the same mistake I just did.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the same mistake I did. These are really hard to read. All right, so it would be, for me it was Beanie Babies versus Jinko jeans, which I chose Jinko jeans.
I had the Magic Eye versus Jinko. Jinko all the way.
Now that you're on track.
And then what did you have next?
The Rachel versus Pogs.
I had Furby versus Pogs.
I just pulled one of the cat's whiskers out of my sock.
It's a weird vlog.
It's really hard.
Bento.
He's been losing his whiskers, but they do that when they grow up.
So I had Furby and Pogs. I chose Pogs.
Yeah, the Rachel versus Pogs was Pogs.
Nice.
Hours of fun.
All right. So now we have. I had the Fortune, paper Fortune thing versus Super Nintendo. I chose Super Nintendo.
I had the pens versus Super Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Next one I had Jinko versus Pogs.
Same.
I chose Pogs.
Pogs. Yeah.
All right. So now we both had Super Nintendo versus
Pogs.
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo, yeah. It wins the category.
So we're gonna go to the other categories, or
Yes,
we're gonna finish
no,
this
we
one?
go to the other categories.
All right. So the next category is music.
That's my category.
The first one is Wonderwall versus The Sign.
Wonderwall.
I said Wonderwall.
Absolutely Wonderwall.
The next one is 1 Week versus Zoot Suit Riot.
Zoot Suit Riot is such a good song, but I had to give it to 1 week because once you knew all the words, you were like the king. So.
Yeah, I agree. It's
Such
both
a
good
good song.
songs. It's again they put songs against each other.
And I
you're
like
just
Weird Al's version of both too.
Mm-hmm. You just can't win there, can you?
No.
The next one is Macarena versus Ice Ice Baby.
Ice Ice Baby.
Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
Next one is Bop versus Sex and Candy.
This is the one I was so mad that they pitted them against each other this early because I'm like, I love both of those songs. I could have knocked out Wonderwall. I could have knocked out Ice Ice Baby. Bop and Sex and Candy, I love those. And I made a very odd choice. Sex and Candy by Marcy Playground.
Bop.
Bop is good, but Sex and Candy was just such a jam. It was such a mellow, and I know how to play it on drums, so.
I lost $5 betting on Bop on Hanson.
Oh, that the middle one was. Okay, let's just not talk about that right now.
No, I bet that there wasn't actually words in the song.
Oh.
I was wrong. There's actually words. And then the next one is Tub Thumping versus Don't Speak.
Tub Thumping is like the worst song I've ever heard, in my opinion. You can love that song, but oh my god, no. So Don't Speak.
I used to be able to cut my front grass in the entire time that Don't Speak took to play on my Walkman. Next one is water.
We have to say a bad word, right? Okay, so there will be one bad word throughout this video because we have to say it because it's the title of a song.
It is the title of a song, therefore it's not cursing.
Sure.
Okay. Waterfalls versus Bitch. For those of you who don't know, it's by Meredith Brooks. And
Waterfalls being such a good song, I had to choose Bitch.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite songs growing up.
I had to choose Waterfalls. Big TLC fan, and I loved the music video for it because
such a good video.
I'm a visual person, and I want to make films, things like that. And when it had like CGI in it, I was like,
Yeah, it was a really good video, but Bitch is a fantastic song.
she looks so happy in
But
it.
she was just, I mean, that was my genre. The Lilith Fair genre, that was mine. So.
Next one is Ironic versus Barbie Girl.
What do you think I chose?
I chose Ironic.
I chose Ironic. Barbie Girl's cute, but I can listen to Ironic literally all day.
Yeah.
I do listen to that album all the time.
As
That
I
was
get
my
older?
first full album that I ever owned.
As I get older, irony is really a big thing.
But none of the things she said were actually ironic.
Yes.
By literal definition of irony.
This next one is actually one of the hardest ones for me.
Okay.
Baby Got Back versus Getting Jiggy With It.
That wasn't very hard for me.
I love both songs. I am a huge Will Smith fan. I'm also a huge fan of Sir Mix-a-Lot. But Getting Jiggy With It was just one of those songs where you're just like...
You chose Jiggy?
No, I didn't. I chose Baby Got Back.
Oh, I was...
Because that's my go-to karaoke song.
Right? Same.
So, it was tough. That was one of them that I sat there for a little bit. Was like, man. All right. So next, what? Oh, email. Next thing, I've got 1 Week versus Ice Ice Baby. What do you have?
You never asked me what I chose.
For what?
Getting Jiggy versus Baby Got Back.
Baby
I
Got
chose
Back.
Baby Got Back.
Sorry.
But that's fine.
I think I just assumed.
I had 1 Week versus Sex and Candy. And again, both incredible songs, but 1 Week will take it for me.
Ice
Bare Naked
Ice.
Ladies music is they're one of my favorite bands from the 90s.
Ice Ice Baby won it for me.
All right. Fair.
Next one I had, or excuse me. Wait, where?
The one below.
So Ice Ice Baby versus Mbop.
No, the one below.
Did we already do these?
Did we?
No, we didn't do these. We're good at this.
We did it again!
Wonderwall versus 1 Week. I chose 1 Week.
Obviously.
Ice Ice Baby.
I also chose 1 Week.
Okay, that's
Yeah, and then Ice Ice Baby versus, for me, Sex and Candy. And Sex and Candy won that.
And that was Mbop versus Ice Ice Baby.
It's the
Ice Ice
worst
Baby
vlog
won.
we've ever done.
We're good at this.
Our power went out. We're messing up the whole time. I
Cat
am not
wasted.
editing this out. I don't
Welcome.
edit anything.
So enjoy the fail. If you enjoying the fail, write enjoying the fail. All right, so the next one I have is Don't Speak versus Waterfalls.
Okay.
And I chose Waterfalls.
I have Don't Speak versus Bitch, and I chose Bitch.
Nice.
I've said that word way too many times on my own YouTube channel. I don't like it.
Next one I have is Ironic versus Baby Got Back.
Ironic versus Baby Got Back for me too.
I chose Baby Got Back.
That was a really tough one for me. I actually chose Ironic simply because I wanted to pit Ironic versus Bitch.
Wow.
I was like, if I choose Ironic, I get to choose my favorite out of those two. And that's actually harder for me than Baby Got Back. And it would have changed the course of the game.
So now we got the final four of this category. 1 Week versus Ice Ice Baby for me.
1 Week versus Sex and Candy. And I already know the answer to this because we already said it, but 1 Week got it for me.
Ice Ice Baby got it for me.
Okay, moving on.
All right. Next one I got is Waterfalls versus Baby Got Back. Both iconic 90s songs that were so hard to go against each other. But Baby Got Back won for me. How about you? Who'd you have?
I have Bitch versus Ironic, which is exactly what I was trying to go for. And because Meredith Brooks was like the new Alanis, I went with the original Alanis and chose Ironic.
Very cool. All right, so our final two in this category. You had...
1 Week versus Ironic.
I had Ice Ice Baby versus Baby Got Back. How does that work out?
I made a very ironic choice because Alanis Morissette is my favorite female singer of the 90s, and it was the first full album that I ever bought. and I ended up choosing 1 Week.
Hmm.
Because Ironic is not the best song on that album. 1 Week is the best song on the Bare Naked Ladies album, and while I think everyone knows it still, you don't get props for knowing all the words to Ironic, but you get mad props for knowing all the words to 1 Week. It was just an easy choice.
I chose Ice Ice Baby because that song to this day will still get me hyped.
Okay.
All right, so the final category
What
is...
would you have picked if you had to do Ice Ice Baby versus Baby Got Back?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I didn't realize that those were your 2 choices.
Yeah, that was really hard. That's the one I told you was super hard for me.
Wow.
That was rough.
All right.
That was rough.
Okay.
I took a couple brain cells.
The last one is TV.
TV from the 90s.
Yep. It's going to be an hour-long vlog because of all these mess-ups.
It's okay, but you guys like the mess ups,
Sure.
right? All right, first one is Ren and Stimpy versus Drew Carey Show.
Drew Carey Show.
I said Ren and Stimpy because stupid humor. But I am a big Drew Carey fan.
I loved the Drew Carey Show. Everything about it. I loved that show.
I know that I have to get glasses, and I plan on getting those glasses. I plan on it.
All right, next one.
All right, next one we have Friends versus Whitwicks.
I don't even know what Whitwicks is, so as you said earlier, Friends gets a bye for us, but I chose
What
Friends.
if that's an abbreviation for something? That's a really long
I don't
TV show.
know.
I don't know. If you guys know what that is, comment below. Let us know what.
Or we can Google it after.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so Friends and Whitwicks. I chose Friends.
Friends.
All right, and then we had Boy Meets World versus Clarissa Explains It All. This was actually a hard one for me.
That wasn't very hard for me.
Side note, I think it's funny that they put both of these up to each other because both of the main characters' best friends is named Sean.
Oh, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
That's my name.
So what'd you pick?
Oh, what did I pick? I picked Boy Meets World.
I knew you would. I actually picked Clarissa Explains It All.
Nice.
I loved the crap she gave her brother.
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Ferguson, darling. I chose Boy Meets World because.
You had a crush on Topanga?
Well, yeah, that. But they covered some of the like craziest storylines, and they just did so much stuff. And I like Eric a lot. He was hilarious.
Yeah, I couldn't. I had to go with Clarissa.
I gotcha.
Boy Meets World is good, but I had to go with it.
Next one is Daria versus the Nanny, which I don't understand why those two are.
Yeah, those don't have anything to do with each other, but I chose The Nanny because I preferred live action to cartoon.
I chose Daria because stupid humor and Beavis and Butthead was like that's where I knew her from.
Yeah.
And the next one is 90210 versus Fresh Prince.
What do you think I chose?
I think Fresh Prince.
I did.
Good, me too.
I did. I never watched 90210. Too much drama.
I think there's a girl named Beverly on their show.
No, they were in Beverly
Wait,
Hills
they're in Beverly
902.
Hills.
Wow. Wow.
Is
wow.
there a Kelly? Is there a Kelly?
No, but Kelly from Saved by the Bell was on. That wasn't on here.
What?
Saved by the Bell wasn't an option.
Spoiler alert, it's not an option.
Sorry.
They can get rid of Whitwicks and put.
Who's Saved by the Bell?
Wait, I just tried to sound it out. Nope, not Whitwicks is
Oh
not
my
Saved by
gosh.
the Bell.
All right, keep going.
All right, so now I'm angry. Next one is.
It's Brenda, by the way.
Oh, Brenda.
That's the name of the girl in 90210.
Twin Peaks versus Blossom. I chose Blossom.
Blossom. 100%.
And next one, Beavis and Butthead versus Jerry Springer. I chose Beavis and Butthead because it's actually the smarter of the two comedies.
You're not wrong, and I also chose Beavis and Butthead because I absolutely love Beavis and Butthead. That's one of those surprising things about me, but if you can do a Cornholio impression, I will make you do it for me like 10 times a day. I love Beavis and Butthead.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
And then the last one in this category is Celebrity Deathmatch versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Strange pairing.
Mm-hmm.
What did I choose?
What? What is this? Sorry.
That was weird.
There's a weird error message.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun with this vlog. This phone is just like, whatever.
Everything, if it can go wrong today, it's like, meh.
Watch, this didn't even record.
They're just showing the recording and it's just like, heh, heh, heh. But anyway, so Celebrity Deathmatch versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
What did I choose?
You chose Definitely not Celebrity Deathmatch. She's not a big
violence person.
And that show was 100%.
But what's one of my favorite shows of all time?
Buffy the Vampire
Buffy
Slayer.
the Vampire Slayer. When Noise Complaint does a live action 90s show, I will be Buffy. I will have Mr. Pointy.
I chose Celebrity Deathmatch.
You would have.
Yes.
All right, so then we have, I have Drew Carey versus Friends.
I have Ren and Stimpy versus Friends, and I chose Ren and Stimpy.
I chose Friends. I don't know why. I'm changing my answer in this very, very minute to Drew Carey. Pencil.
That's right, because we can do that because it's our vlog.
More things going wrong. Okay.
Secretly, I took the lead out of that pencil. No, the next one I have is Boy Meets World versus Daria.
Sorry. I had Clarissa versus the Nanny.
Who'd you have?
Clarissa.
Clarissa? I had
Which is Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even look. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read a dang thing on his paper.
Next
I
one.
said bitch, but I won't say damn.
Yeah. Just said it.
I know.
All right. So next one I had Fresh Prince versus Blossom.
Me too.
Fresh Prince won
Fresh
that
Prince
one.
of Bel-Air.
Look, I couldn't give Will Smith getting jiggy with it earlier, so I had to give him Fresh Prince here. And then I have Beavis and Butthead versus Celebrity Deathmatch. What'd you
That's a tough choice. I had Beavis and Butthead versus Buffy, and as much as I love Beavis and Butthead, Buffy the Vampire Slayer takes it.
I had Beavis and Butthead as the winner on that one, just because it was
It's good. It's so good.
Next one is Ren and Stimpy versus Boy Meets World. What'd you have?
Drew Carey versus Clarissa Explains It All.
Boy Meets World won it for me.
Drew Carey wins it. I had to like rethink about it because I had it set differently because I guess I misread it. But yeah, Drew Carey wins that
Nice.
by like this much.
And then I had Fresh Prince versus Beavis and Butthead. What'd you have?
Fresh Prince versus Buffy.
That had to be a really tough one for you.
No.
No?
Buffy's a clear winner.
Fresh Prince was a clear winner for me.
Okay.
All right, and my final two on these, I had Boy Meets World versus Fresh Prince. What did you
That's
have?
hard for you. I had Drew Carey versus Buffy. How do you think that one went?
Buffy.
Buffy.
After a lot of debating, I had to give it to Fresh Prince because I have way more fond memories of Fresh Prince than I do Boy Meets World.
And if you want us to put out a video where we wrap the TV intro to Fresh Prince, comment that below. We'll do it.
How many likes do we need in order to do that?
Likes on the video?
Yes, likes on this video.
20.
20
likes on this video.
I'm calling 22.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. So, who are your final four?
Okay. For movie, it's Clerks. For nostalgic fad thing, it's Super Nintendo. For music, it's 1 Week. And for TV show, it's Buffy.
For movies, it's Friday. For nostalgic items, it's Super Nintendo. For music, it's Ice Ice Baby. And for TV, it's Fresh Prince.
You know, you're a certain kind of person.
Yeah?
You have a certain kind of like comedy that you like, and Ice Ice Baby's also funny, and yeah, I can see that.
All right, so.
You're a teenage boy in the 90s. That's what I mean. You're a certain kind of person. You're a teenage boy in the 90s.
So your movies versus your nostalgic item. Who did you have?
I have Clerks versus Super Nintendo.
Who won out of that?
I love Clerks, and I actually didn't even own a Super Nintendo, but I used Super Nintendo as a metaphor for video games, and video games won because there's more hours of entertainment when it comes to that. Clerks lasts about 2 hours. Super Nintendo lasts about 2 years straight, if you're me.
Nice. I had Friday versus Super Nintendo. Same thing, both very nostalgic. But I remember growing up, going to my friend's house, spending the night, and playing like Mario Kart, GoldenEye, all those games for all night long. And, we'd be having to turn down the volume so that way their moms didn't know they were awake. So I had to choose Super Nintendo.
Okay, and then on the other side, what'd you have?
I had Ice Ice Baby versus Fresh Prince.
Oh, man. I know what's gonna win that.
I quit. Nothing wins.
I haven't even seen it, but did Fresh Prince win?
Fresh Prince did win.
Okay.
Again, hours of entertainment and fun.
Yeah. I had 1 Week versus Buffy. That is not even why. Why was that a thing? Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Duh. I know. So then I had Super Nintendo versus Buffy for the Ultimate Champion at the 90s. What do you got?
Super Nintendo versus Fresh Prince.
Okay.
I'm still torn. I haven't made my final decision.
Okay, then I'll go. While I love video games, I still watch my Buffy DVDs like all the time. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I quote it. I've cosplayed it twice so far. I've been Vampire Willow, and I was Anya. And my next stop is to be Buffy. I'm gonna be cheerleader Buffy too. But anyway, Buffy. I know all the words to the entire musical, and I'm not even a big musical fan, but I know every word to that musical episode. Man, I'm getting everything wrong today. So Buffy is my clear winner of the 90s. End of story. That should have given you enough time.
This is still hard. So between Super Nintendo and Fresh Prince, honestly, as much fun as I had with the Super Nintendo, I'm going with Fresh Prince.
This is so accurate for us, though, that my ultimate winner of the 90s is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and your ultimate winner is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're practically DJ Jazzy Jeff, okay?
But, so that was tough.
That was hard.
Some of those were like,
and
no
the
way.
universe tried to make it so that we couldn't even finish it.
Mm-hmm. But that was a lot of fun. If you guys like these and you guys want to find out more, we can do 2000s, we could do the 80s, we could bust out the 20s.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of these.
Yeah, so these are a lot of fun. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. If you did make it this far, I want you to comment, Sean wants 22 likes. Jen only said 20. That whole phrase.
You don't have to do that.
No.
You,
just
you
comment
really
below.
Don't have to.
Just comment below what decade or what genre we should do next. Sound good?
Sure.
But thanks for watching. We appreciate it. I'm Safety Scissors.
And I'm flabbergasted, but also duct tape.
How do you spell that word?
I'll write it out for you later.
Thanks. But yeah, we appreciate it. Anything else?
No, just keep going.
But yeah, she's going to write out how to spell flabbergasted. That is one of those 90s terms. But thanks for watching with us. We love you guys. You're awesome. Peace out.